Hi, I'm Manu Prasanna. I have known Sudha since early 2022. I was venting to a close friend about the difficulties of being the primary caregiver for my mum, who was stricken with cancer in Bangalore while I lived in the US. Even though I visited my mom 4 to 5 times a year, I felt really guilty leaving her every time I had to go back to my life in the US. On the other hand, every time I came here, I was leaving my husband and daughter, and that caused some amount of guilt as well. So, in all of this, you just land up feeling pretty miserable. On the other hand, my mom felt terrible that I had to leave my family and, be with her as often as I did during her illness, which basically was a terminal illness. And it is really, really hard being a dutiful daughter on one hand and a wife and mother on the other. It can be psychologically and emotionally devastating trying to be everything to everyone. It leaves you exhausted and angry. And honestly, yeah, it's not a great feeling. So, anyways, it was this friend of mine who suggested I speak to her very close friend, Sudha, who actually practiced in these healing processes. And she felt it would do me a lot of good. And I had nothing to lose other than my bottled up anger. So I did call Sudha the very next day, and we set up a series of sessions soon after. And what can I say other than it was life altering? You must believe that it will help you, and it does. If Sudha gives you a few affirmations, you should do that religiously. It really, really does help. Um, in just the first few sessions, I was able to freely express how I felt, just the sources of my anger. In my case, it was a family member who did not share the responsibilities of having elderly parents who both had battles with cancer. I really could not understand how they would not help while they saw that I was flying back and forth, between LA and Bangalore and doing as much as I possibly could. Um, Again, Sudha let me vent. She helped me understand that there was bottled up anger, it had to be released, and that's what we worked on. The anger surfaced, the frustration surfaced over and over again. Slowly but surely, I felt the shift. I felt the anger just dissipate, and one day I realized I was not angry about it anymore. It was a privilege for me that I was able to be there for both my parents. And it also helped heal the wounds I had. And today I am able to have a friendly relationship with my brother, which maybe 3 years ago I did not think would be very possible. Again, today I understand myself better. I give myself grace instead of beating myself up with negative ideation. I take the time to exercise for my well being. In fact, on this trip to Bangalore, I enrolled in private Pilates lessons so that I could relearn skills that I enjoyed doing on a reformer, but gave up during the care of my mum. So I am thrilled that I was able to take that step to get back to something I love. And remember, you have to value yourself, because if you are not healed and you are not whole, you don't have the energy to help anyone. Just as on the airplane they tell you put on your oxygen mask before you help someone else, the same way, take care of your mental health, your well-being, before you can be the best mom, the best wife, the best daughter. It really makes a difference. You must embrace self-care. It is not a luxury, it is a necessity. So all I will say is that if you are dealing with any blockages at all, like in my case, it was very specific, but people can have all kinds of blockages. Reach out. She is easy to talk to. She is friendly. She understands. And best of all, it does help. She does help. And from time to time, I still reach out to Sudha. I still do sessions with her just because I know it feels good. My husband has told me, you are a much nicer Anu when you are doing sessions with Sudha. So take it from me. I have been working with her for a long time. I know she is really awesome, and I wish you well. Thank you.